everybody. It's Easter weekend, and we are here, as you can see, with these familiar faces, with the Duke's Car Club and quite a few of their chapters. So we were invited. It's an honor to be here because of the history, and I'll go down that path as we go. Not all of us have a front yard that looks like a park, but this is the perfect setting, especially for the Easter holiday. So welcome to the Duke's Car Club. They're going to tell us a story. We're going to visit all the different chapters, get everybody together at the end. It's going to be an original Lowrider right here. These are more original Lowriders right here than all of us out there. So here we go. Introduce yourselves.
You just call me old?
Yeah. Well, I'm older, so don't worry.
Steve Novell, Duke's Car Club, SoCal Vice President. Welcome to my home and our chapters here. It's our Easter little get-together. And this is our president, national president, Alex
Relas, son of Fernando Relas. And here we are, just having a good event today.
So you guys, all the history, let everybody know about the Dukes before we even take off. In all due respect, how many years already?
We're going on 60 years.
60 years, 6 decades. Who would have thought? And I can relate, I can go back almost that far. You know, when your dad and uncle, when everybody talks about low riding, the bombs, what we're going to see here today, that's all our history. That's where it all started. But a lot of it did start back in the days with your dad and your uncle, man. And their cars are here, and it's just, this is a beautiful scenery so that everybody knows. 6 decades is a long time. Who would have thought that it would lead up to, you guys are stronger than ever, you know? But I mean, still holding up the plaque that still is right there, the way it was designed, the memories behind it, and the cars behind that name is just, it's a beautiful sight, especially out here. So we're gonna go on tour. And how many chapters does the club have total?
Currently, right now, 53.
53.
internationally too. We have Sweden, Australia, and Canada.
Japan and Central Japan.
There you go. So we're gonna meet Whittier, California right now.
Whittier's up first.
Okay.
How you doing?
What's going on,
My
guys?
name is Richard Almanzon. I'm the president from the Whittier Dukes chapter. Been a member for a little over 6 years, and we're one of the over 50 chapters here located in Whittier. I'd like to introduce you to Danny Plasencia. He's our VP.
Thank you. My name is Danny Plasencia, Vice President of the Whittier chapter. Been a member for almost 8 years. Whittier started in 1995, and it was opened by Fernando Relas for his son Jay, and may Jay rest in peace up in Lowrider heaven. I got interested into the club for many reasons. One, because of the history of this club, the brotherhood, the family bond that we have here. And when you speak family, my son here started hanging out in this car scene when he was about 3 years old, and he is now 19, and he never complained about, let's go home, Dad. I want to go see Star Wars, or I want to do this. The car thing was his, and this is his beautiful 50. He was able to work part-time when he was in high school, and was able to get this 50. Somewhat of a work in progress still, but this is my son Joe, Dominic Plasencia.
This is my 50 Chevy. I lowered it in the rear, 4-inch blocks. I lowered it in the front. I piped it. Just a fun cruiser. Take it everywhere.
What is it about that roof line that separates from the other?
It's just sleek, it's clean. It's that window, that 3-piece window.
Yes.
It's a work in progress, but we'll get there soon.
Is this your first car?
I actually have a 76 C10 as well. That's what I started off with. And I purchased this, and this is what I'm dealing with now.
It's all about that roof line, man.
Yes, sir.
That's a good start for you.
Yes, sir. Thank
Got to
you.
keep the tradition going.
Thank you.
Then we have a beautiful black 41.
41 Plymouth. My name is Renee Castro. I am Sergeant of Arms for Whittier chapter. I've been here for 2 years, and I've just been rebuilding this 41. from the ground up. Had to change the interior, put some airbags on it, pinstriped it, did some chrome on it. And it's a great work of art that I've been trying to create.
What's it like to be sergeant at arms?
Well, it's a little difficult, but it's a lot easy with the chapter that I'm in because everybody sticks to rules and bylaws.
Everybody wants to bend the rules
Always.
or break them, right?
Exactly. But everybody's been pretty good about it, so they're making my job pretty easy.
What is a Plymouth? It's not a Chevrolet. Why a Plymouth?
Because it's Mopar. And it's a little different because everybody has Chevys out there.
It's always good to be different.
Yes, it's always good to be different.
Beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Then we have a sub. This is yours, Danny?
Joe, so this is my 1953 Chevy Suburban. I've had it about 8 years. I did change the drivetrain. It does have a 350 automatic, and it is a driver. We drive the heck out of it. Does have the 3 rows of seats, which are somewhat difficult to find at times, and just enjoy putting my family in there, Joe, and taking off. This thing's been from everywhere. Viva Las Vegas, Chicano Park, Santa Maria, Ventura. It's a driver. It's a driver.
How long have you had it?
Almost 8 years. Yeah, 8 years.
You have it. What do you have it on? What type of
Airbags.
suspension?
It's airbags. Camaro front clip because
Okay.
we put the V8 in there. Yes, sir.
And this is beautiful.
Thank you, Joe.
You can take everybody,
That's right.
whole family, everybody,
right.
friends too.
That's right.
Very nice. And a two-tone green.
So my name's Richard. So this is my 1955 window 3100. It features a 261 motor with a TCI front end and open drive with a 5-speed S10 tranny. Most notable, it has the picket guard, original GM accessory front grill guard, and the spare tire in the back, which is all original, the stand and everything. So I had this baby for about 5-6 years, did a lot of work too on it, and pretty much did everything myself, all the airbags and the wood Ipe, the bed, and this is it.
Shows the inside.
Sure.
How long have you been in the Dukes now?
Been about 6 years. Have a lot of fun. It's a really close family knit chapter in a very close knit family club. So
It has to be around 6 decades. It's more than
Yes,
family and traditions.
and my pinstriping was done by Danny A. Pinstriping. Does a really good job. Well renowned pinstriper in the Lowrider community.
It's a good lineup, man, from Whittier. And to top it off,
Hi, my name is, they call me Little Ray, and I have a 1948 Fleetline Aero sedan. Pretty much all stock. I have a 235 engine, 3-speed on the floor, front disc brakes, bagged all the way around, stock interior. I've been a member for the Deuce Club for about 5 years now. I joined this club because it's one of the best clubs around. A lot of charitable work. A lot of donations. We do a lot to give back to the community, and I just love being in this club. It's kind of snowballed into different cars. I have a 1939 Buick Buick convertible right-hand drive. I have a 1957 Bel Air also. It's kind of like a way of life almost, where it's not really about the cars. It is, but it's about what our club and what we do for the Clark Club scene, trying to give back to the community.
so you have a Buick, with all the Packards and the Cadillacs and all the different Chevys and Pontiacs too. The Fleetline, the body style, the Fleetline is still, would you say it's still
Badass, yes.
out of all the bombs?
I'd
the
say
de-
so. But it's my car, so
Right, right.
I would say that, yes.
You do have a Buick too,
Yes, I
convertible
have
at
a
that.
39 Buick convertible.
All right, that's a good opinion though. All right, everybody. So there you are. That is the Whittier chapter, and we're just going to continue on here. All right, everybody. Here we go. The Ventura chapter of the Dukes. Introduce yourselves.
My name's Steve Lemos. This is Jose Leos.
Jose Leos.
I'm the vice president of the Ventura County chapter. This is my 37 Master. I have a two-tone champagne color, original 216. It's got a T5 transmission. It's a two-door coach, and the reason I picked this car, there's only 1,200 of these made. It's dubbed 37 Tata. My father was known as Tata, and this is one of the last cars that he rode in, so it's kind of pretty special to me.
So it's been in the family for a long time then, huh?
Yeah, I've had it for about 11, 12 years.
Taking good care of it too.
That's right.
Not only keeping the Dukes going and keeping them alive, you got to keep your father's legacy going, man. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Paint job especially. How about accessories? You have to go out there collecting, or
And that's always a given. Everybody that's into the scene already knows. The only thing I think I really have special is just my headlights. They're 37 Detroits on, not the headlights, the fog lights.
alrighty. And over here we have another 47.
Hi, my name is Chuck Camarillo. I'm the president of Ventura County Dukes. Just heard from my vice president, Steve Lemos. Been in the club since 2007. This is my 1947 Chevy Fleetline, restored a couple years ago from the ground up. It's called Out of the Past. This is my son, Charles Jr., which hopefully he takes the same passion I have and continue the work that we do. This car is hand-built, other than a couple things like the airbags and some pinstriping and stuff. But you know, what's called me to the club since way back, my brother-in-law Jimmy Mejia was a member of the club. I joined the club in 2007 once again, and it's a family-oriented thing, and this is what we do. We build, we have a lot of pride, and this is the type of quality we perform here in the Dukes Ventura County Dukes Nationwide Club.
What suspension do you have on
I
here?
have the regular suspension on airbags. I have a little bit of Borlaug sack upholstery, pretty much original wood grain and stuff. A little bit of accessories, not too crazy, kind of street custom. A lot of pride and joy put into this car, and once again, that's what Dukes do. Thanks to my members for all the support, and if it wasn't for them, it'd be a lot more difficult, but with the family brotherhood that we have, we keep each other going.
I can tell by that you left Ventura and that whole beach scene out there just to come all the way out to Riverside to represent and lay out your beautiful 47. How many members are in the chapter out that way?
We have 7 members, and actually, if I'd like to just throw a quick little shout out for one of our members, Mondo. He's not doing so well. Just want to, hopefully, everybody out there, you know, we keep him in our prayers.
And when it comes time, I know there's a lot of shows out that way. Everybody comes out and represents like the family that they are, right?
Absolutely.
That's good, man.
Yeah, been all over the place. Arizona, Vegas, New
Yeah.
Mexico, We're everywhere.
But with all them shows, I think your place is probably the best place to have shows, right? That whole atmosphere and all.
Right, right. And we thank you very much, Joe Ray.
No, always. Thank you guys, man. It's a great Easter. All right, everybody, the Riverside chapter. So you guys are home. A beautiful front yard out here. It is very nice out here, huh? Absolutely. A lot of ranches up and down the street here. Man, it's got to be a privilege just to be here and have a landscape like this. This actually is better than a park. 100%. You guys, good old Steve there. Yep. So Easter weekend, you guys are at home. Tell us the story about the chapter. Introduce yourself first.
All right, my name is Eddie Lopez, and I've been with the Dukes now for about 15 years. Our chapter will have its 30th anniversary in 2024. We'll talk about everybody's car back here. These are our members here. But like you said, we are at home. This is our backyard, and obviously we're very comfortable in our backyard. The main thing that really I'd like to say about our chapter is that, we're really, really united. One of the things that we constantly talk about, the cars are beautiful, absolutely. That has everything to do with what we love, right? But realistically, our biggest thing is that we really believe in that friendship and that bonding, as a chapter, we really cherish that. Give you a little history. A few weeks ago, one of our members died, and we had a funeral service for him. And one of the biggest things that we get from that, and it's from the heart, is that we all truly love each other as men, right? We really, really respect each other. We respect each other's families, and that's big for us because realistically, people come first, cars are secondary. But with that said, trust me, we do have a lot of love for our cars. Let me give you a little bit of go around on my car right here. First of all, it's a 1950 Deluxe. One of the things that a lot of people kind of notice at the last minute is I do have a little bit of ghost patterns on there. You really can't pick it up. They're kind of subtle. I really like it. The paint job is a little old, but it's still hanging in there. Again, when we're talking about cars, a 235 engine, all original. The only thing that's not original is obviously on airbags. But when you look at us as a group, again, one of the things that you talked about earlier is the nostalgia, right? The number of years that our club has been in existence, it's big. I remember as a kid watching a lot of the Dukes cars go by in my neighborhood where I grew up, and I thought, man, these guys, they're a class act. And to know that now as an adult, I'm here and I'm part of the Dukes, it's really an awesome feeling. And again, it's a bond that we have together with our cars. We love being around each other, and it's a great thing.
How does the club run? Chain of command.
So chain of command is we have a president that has been in the Dukes for 37 years, Joe Rodriguez. And one of the things that we, again, in our chapter, everyone's different, is that we really like about it is that we don't have any other officers in our chapter. It's the one president, and everybody has a voice in what we do and how we do it. I think that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on the most, is that we're all members, we're all, again, heard, and again, it makes things much easier. I think one of the things that we talked about is, you have to have the right type of people and the right kind of guys, and we're lucky enough in our chapter to be able to have that. So
it's cool when a bunch of gentlemen act like adults, right?
Absolutely.
Who needs a president, vice president, sergeant at arms? If
right,
everybody's with the same program.
And that's the thing, everybody is in the same program. So with that being said, I'll introduce you to Turi. And go ahead, Turi, talk to them about your car.
What's up? My name is Arturo Dueñas. Everybody calls me Turi. This is my 41 Special Deluxe. It's a 5-passenger. We brought this car out of Texas. Made its way out here to California. The car was in storage for about 33 years, since 1988, till we brought the car down here. It's mostly all original paint, 216. The only thing that we've gone through is the suspension. We did all the suspension work at Crib Creatures Customs. Basically, she's not a show car right now, but the goal is to get it there to where we need to get it. I put a lot of time, a lot of love into this vehicle right here, and like my partner Eddie was saying, it's mostly about the people, not about the cars, but I'm fortunate enough to be from a great chapter, what I consider to be a great chapter, and this vehicle still is under construction. So I'm hoping that within a short time we're able to bring it back up to where it needs to be. Other than that,
The older they get, the more money,
yeah,
the more time
and the
is
harder.
involved. People have to understand that. Not
Exactly.
just anybody
Exactly.
has a heart and soul to build a car like this.
Yeah, so little by little we've been doing our thing. We try to run through it mechanically, suspension, because if it look good and they leave you stranded, that's not a good deal, So we try to do the best we can with what we have. And yeah, man, this is the car right here. This 41's my favorite year, and I'm blessed enough to have been able to pick this up and to come out here and share it with you guys.
All right, can't wait to check it out down the line and see what you've done to it.
Thank you, brother.
It is
Appreciate
82 years old. You have to always remember that, though.
Exactly.
Okay, and riding right next to you is a deluxe. Who's a proud owner here? Ruben? What's happening, man?
My name is Ruben Diaz. I'm the newest member of the Riverside chapter, Dukes. This is my 1950 Fleetline Deluxe. Had this car for about 10 years now. Been in the scene for about a good 25 years. Was inspired by my brother Carlos and my brother Miguel.
Your brothers have bombs too?
Yes, they do. Yeah, I also got a 1937 Chevy sedan delivery that I'm working on.
Damn. What do your brothers think?
Oh, they
I mean,
love
you
it.
have a main heavy influence here,
Oh
right?
yeah, no,
They're
yeah.
responsible for all of this?
Oh, big time, yeah.
And I'm sure they're proud too.
Oh yes, they are.
Very nice, man.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Robert. I've been in the Dukes for 20 plus years. I brought the 48 convertible today. I got this about 15, 20 years ago in Farmington, New Mexico. It was just a shell. It was out in the field. It caught on fire. I restored it all myself. I did almost all the work myself. I painted it. It took me 2.5 years. That was when I was younger and I was able to do stuff. But this is the one I decided to bring today. I restored it all original. Everything was original, a lot of NOS parts. But since then, I upped it up a little bit. Put an automatic transmission. As you can tell, I'm also an accessory whore, or hoarder, I should say. I like the accessories. But I try to keep everything looking original. And I'm representing Riverside on the back trunk.
That's right.
The engine's all original, the original convertible top. It's a little dirty right now. But there she is.
So you're wearing the right cap right now, right? Bomb art.
Yeah.
Because sitting back there, and you can see what I'm looking at right here.
Oh,
that's what it is bomb art.
Oh, okay.
That's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Painted it yourself.
Painted it myself, out in my backyard.
That's the best type of investment, you know.
I
that?
learned to paint my cars myself because I got tired of dealing with some of these painters.
I know that story. It's crazy. Beautiful car. And right next to you, we have another 41.
How's it going? My name is Richard Garcia. I've been with the Dukes for about 7 years now. It's my 41. I've always wanted a 41. I've always wanted a coupe. This one came into play when I had the opportunity, so I jumped on it. Try to keep it as original as possible, but add my little twist to it. So do some airbags on it, do a little visor on it, do some white walls on it, and the drivetrain is pretty much all original. For me, the main part is just being part of this club and the camaraderie and everything about it. It's more about the people than it is the actual cars themselves. That's pretty much it. I mean, nothing really too crazy.
So being from the Riverside chapter, what's the cruising scene like out here?
Cruising scene is good. There's a lot of activity. So we have 15 members in our chapter. Unfortunately, some of the other members are at another event. But there's a lot of good. The cruising scene is great. In Riverside, again, with a lot of the different clubs, we're all really united. You know, everybody's really close. Not just with the Dukes, but everybody gets along really well. A lot of the other clubs that we're kind of really close to.
And we do put on a lot of fun
guys have to, man. You started it all kind of, so
Absolutely.
why not? And you have to be responsible. If you're not there, then it's not happening.
Yeah, it's all about.
Then it becomes legit.
It's all about spreading the love. It's all about representing the Dukes Car Club.
Right.
the best we
Supporting each
can,
other.
supporting each other, and making sure that we show the love, that we spread the love, and that we keep the culture going for the youth and for present and future generations.
Absolutely, and again, a lot of the times what people don't see is the behind the scenes. What people do for a living, the type of jobs that they have. A lot of them come from great professions, a lot of good work, but yet at the end of the day, on the weekends, this is our hobby. This is what we love to do, and we have a lot of pride doing it. So we appreciate your time.
That's what it's all about. The Dukes Riverside, everybody.
Okay, everybody, right here we got the San Diego chapter, the best from that chapter representing here today, the Easter, our little Easter event. Pass you off to Freddie, the president of San Diego chapter.
My name is Freddie Solis, president of San Diego. Started it 27 years ago. This is my 1951 Chevy truck, deluxe. I'm a mechanic by trade, so I try to do as much as I could to the engine, but it's pretty much stock.
How long have you had it?
20 years.
What kind of fabric is it on the interior?
To tell you the truth, it's some sort of a velour.
How many members are in the chapter?
13 members.
What do you think about this get together here?
I love it.
You're not too far from here,
Nah,
right?
it took us about an hour to drive out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great get together with family.
You have any other cars other than this one?
Yes, I have a 47 sedan delivery, 36 Chevy, and a 62 convertible Impala.
Beautiful, man. This is a badass truck.
Thank you. This is my member, Marisa.
Hello, I'm Marisa Rosales. I'm a 22-year member of the San Diego chapter, and this is my 1949 Hudson. The model is a Brougham. I have a 454 big block in it. I wanted to go big.
Right.
Go big or go home. I've had this car for about 30 years. I restored it from the bottom up. And I say bottom up because it's a unibody, so it doesn't have a frame. Well, it has subframes, so that's why I say from the bottom up. I'm running Zeniths, 13.7s with 520s, Cokers.
Who did your paint up on the roof?
On the roof, a gentleman by the name of Manny Cisneros in San Diego.
Well-known pinstriper.
Yes.
And
this
painter.
was actually his first car that he did patterns and on the whole vehicle. When I was looking for a pinstriper and patterns to have the patterns done, he actually brought me his wagon that he had the roof all patterned out on as his portfolio, like to say, hey, this is what I can do. So I said, hey, well, go at it. And he did a great job, and it's still, I've had this I've had it done probably about 20 years.
His portfolios are everywhere.
Now, yes.
His artists, yes.
Yes. And I actually have in the trunk I have Pescos, first generation original aircraft hydraulics, and everything in the trunk is aircraft. Even the squares, those are Adels.
A dependable setup, right? For all the traveling that you do.
Yes, and I drive her everywhere. I drove her here today. From where I live, it was 2 hours to get here. Because I actually live in National City, which is probably about 5 miles from the border.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Always has been.
Thank you. And I've actually been doing some work in San Diego. I created a nonprofit organization called the United Lowrider Coalition, and we've been working on getting the no cruising ordinance in National City repealed. And actually, Tuesday of last week, we got a unanimous vote for the city of National City to repeal that ordinance. So pretty soon we'll be back cruising Highland in National City. And because of all the activity that was happening with the repeal, the media got a hold of it and it got a lot of publicity. And actually a couple of assembly members from the Capitol approached us, and we actually spoke with them, and we actually got a bill in the assembly right now so that all the cruising ordinances throughout California get repealed. And the assembly bill is called AB 436. Cruising is not a crime.
Low riding is not a crime either.
No.
There's still stereotypical people out there. They don't want to accept it. I think a lot of it is jealousy today, because way back in the days and compared to now, it's more family. Everything that we do is a family event. The kids, traditions, you know, the Dukes have a lot of traditions, but I mean, the kids are growing into it and they're just carrying on, and, you know, they take the torch from there and they just move forward. And people need to see that. I mean, what you're trying to do there is very important, because you're going through somewhat of a legal system that's already cannot even be bent. And you have to change your minds and show them what it's really all about. And then having a car like this and candy reds and all patterned out and being a woman, it can be no better represented for all of us. You're actually doing it for everybody out there.
Yeah, and we are. And I've always said that we're doing this for everyone, all our lowrider family. And actually, I'm so dedicated that I actually got it tattooed on me. Cruising is not a crime, and the bill.
It's a crime if you're not cruising.
That's right.
All righty. Thank you very much for that. Congratulations, too.
Hello, my name is Jason Wallace, Orange County chapter. This is my 1952 3100 series pickup truck, 5-window. A couple of the things that I got going on here are my 45 spoke original Trues. Okay. And we got the Mustang 2 front clipped here. We got a C-notch in the back so that this sucker lays all the way.
You're cutting the grass here, huh?
I'm trying to. Yep.
Original 5-window.
Original 5-window. You want to take a look inside?
Yes, sir.
Yep. We did Hampton coach interior with the original 52 butterfly steering wheel. Got my 52 period correct, time correct Dinsmore compass. Yeah, redhead flashlight underneath there. Just tried to keep it simple but clean. Kind of give it that 1930s, late 30s style interior setup.
You take it everywhere?
When I can.
You get hassled a lot out there in Anaheim?
No.
Orange County, no?
No, we don't get hassled. We're all good. We're out there. We're in the community, and we've been out there long enough. I actually was talking to a police officer at one of the last shows, and he said, you know, we're trying not to mess with you guys. We know you spend a lot of money on your cars. We know you guys aren't trying to do anything stupid out here and risk anything. So try to leave you alone.
I think the time and money, man, you have a lot to lose here.
Yeah.
It does look gangster, crazy truck, man.
Yeah, that's kind of
you know you're going to grab all that attention.
Yeah. We try to be respectful, and at the same time, though. Let me show you under the hood.
What made you go with true spokes?
It's that old golden era of low riding, that 70s thing, the true classics, the true spokes. It's always kind of what looked cool to me.
What it was all about then and still is, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Beautiful ride, man.
Thank you.
Representing Orange County, everybody.
That's it.
The Dukes.
That's right.
The Dukes now have Impalas. We have to evolve sometimes. Low riding has changed over the last 6 decades. Why not the Dukes? Introduce yourselves.
Yeah, my name is Ray Estrada. I'm the president of Dukes and Paulus chapter, and I'd like to introduce some of my members. Derek Moreno, he's my VP. Jimmy Martin, he's our treasurer. And then we got Anthony Ramirez, he's our sergeant of arms. And this is another club member, my son as well, is Jacob Estrada. Our chapter is a little unique. as far as the only reason why I say we're a little unique is because we're all cousins. We all been peas in a pod since we're little. So the only thing that's changed with us is that now we all have cars, you know? So we have the opportunity, once we, my cousin actually bought a 69 back in 2017. And I ended up purchasing a 68 as well. And then we had the opportunity of Alex mentioning like Fernando has always wanted, and Jason as well, always wanted to open up a Impala chapter. So when he brought that opportunity up to us, I consulted all of us because we're all in or we're not in, and everybody agreed on it, and then we just ran with it. So this is us. This is my VP's car. We only brought one car out today because all our cars are under construction, and we're all running and gunning for that original Lowrider to go the mile show. So we're gonna have a 5-car lineup that show. So the other ones are getting detailed and getting ready for that show.
Is this one on a 20x20?
No.
It should be.
No.
You should talk to that promoter and see what he could do for you.
Yeah.
So you were mentioning you guys are like nomads. So you come from different areas.
Yeah, so we're all over. We're in Polish chapter, so we're not segregated to a city, county. Like my cousins live out in Orange County. I'm out in the IE by Temecula, and my cousins up here up north by Reno, Susansville. So we're all over, but we're trying to keep it, represent Dukes to the fullest and do what we do, man.
This is a beautiful car, man.
Appreciate that.
If you guys are going to go and do that and change tradition a little bit, I mean, this kind of backs it up. The looks on this one here.
Our VP, my cousin, he could talk about this. Is his 61 right here. He could talk about it.
So we picked this up about 2 years ago, and it sat for about 3 months. And right after that, we took it off the frame, took it to paint, took everything to chrome. I met with Gina Ciadella. We came up with the whole...
She's getting married today.
Is she really? Congratulations.
We didn't get invited. I don't know.
Very nice lady. I was very surprised how outgoing she was. I had no appointment. I showed up and she worked with me for about an hour coming up with the whole scheme.
So it is a beautiful interior.
Yeah, she did a really good job. So yeah, as soon as we took it off the frame, we were just gung-ho. It took about 1.5 years to get it from frame off to what you see. A lot of, as you know, hair pulling, being up late night, being frustrated, but at the end of the day, it was completely worth it. No complaints about anything that, through the process. Everything's been re-chromed, repainted, powder coated. As most of the cars that we have are, most of them are all done frame off, and it just kind of, it wasn't like, that's not like a criteria, but it just ended up being that way.
Yeah, well, when we opened up this chapter, I have we have a standard, and I'm upholding my members to a standard that we're going to represent Fernando and Jason, to the best that we can. We're not going to put that Duke's flag if it ain't up to the criteria.
So you guys have been representing 30s, 40s, and 50s forever.
Yes.
And now you're jumping into the 60s.
Yeah.
You have to back it up.
And we got my son as well. He right now he's in college, but he's going to be our future member and hopefully take over at some point. Pretty soon he'll be done and he'll get his own Impala. And I got a nephew that isn't here today, but he's in our chapter 2 as well. He's got a 69 that he's working on as well. So we got some younger members as well.
Retractable lights.
Yeah.
Hope nobody sees I'll be hanging around you guys a little bit more.
But yeah.
Congratulations, man, you guys.
Thank you.
You got to set the bar there. Everybody's watching.
We're trying. But to the credit for the Duke, the original members, it's all been open arms. Yeah. I mean, we came in and it's kind of a little bit of a culture shock, but everyone's been very receptive and it's all love.
If you have to evolve to grow.
Exactly.
So I know we're all old and stubborn, but it's cool, man. It's good that everybody that's been here forever for decades
Joe,
still thinks cool, man, and that's what this is all about.
We're learning off
Got to be on,
guys,
Got to be on the edge.
It is, man. We're always looking and talking and questioning, racking their brains because they've been here and did their time, and we're trying to relearn off them, and that's what we're trying to continue the legacy.
Good deal, man.
Yeah.
You guys have the right attitude, man. Right colors too. Thank you.
Thank you.